Hi, everybody. Welcome to the new normal. I'm your host, Lisa Davis, aka Litecoin Lisa, and today is Thursday. So Johnny Litecoin is joining us right after this. We've got tons of news going on. This week is a huge week. Today is National Missing Child Day. So we will be showing some pictures while we're talking of missing children. Be aware in your area. Just keep your eyes open. Always be looking for children that might be in danger in your area. And if you missed yesterday's video, I had Jenny Moonstone, Jenny Constantine on. That video's gotten almost 4,000 views already. So you might want to go check that out. Has some good stuff in it. But we'll be right back with Johnny right after this. Hey, Johnny, great to have you. Good news in New York. It looks like they're rolling back the mandates for healthcare workers. So that has to be some good news in your Yankee Woods area.
It is. I'm always afraid though that they do that because then they're planning on doing other stuff. So I've seen bad stuff they plan on doing for like the schools and different things. Mm-hmm. So I wouldn't get. It is good news. We celebrate every little victory, but I feel like they have other stuff planned for us. So let's not take our eye off the ball. In other words, let's stay focused on these people, and don't let people, talk about this. People might talk about the vax and stuff. People are like, let people know, like, you're not for it. Like I'm like, people like beat around the bush about it. I'm like, no, I'm not. Mm-hmm. I'm not for it. It's freaking bad for you. Like, mm-hmm. I'd rather sunlight and eat healthy. Like there's so much evidence against this thing that it's bad news. Like, don't appease people with it. In other words, like that. Now it's gonna take the gloves off. Like, don't be like, oh, well, I support, this. I'm not. Yeah. I don't buy into this crap.
Yeah, there's too many people having issues for sure. There's been a lot of news about banks rolling out today. Let's see, there was the biggest thing that just hit. The biggest thing is that Jamie Dimon's testifying tomorrow in the case in New York against Deutsche Bank and JP Morgan.
And I called it, Lisa, like a month ago. I said on this show that they're going to roll him out and they want to distract us the most. It's like, look, we got him. And it's like, meanwhile, it's like, what the hell are they doing to us behind the scenes? So I said, when they want to distract us the most, they're going to parade Jamie Dimon out. Nothing's going to happen. What does anybody think's going to happen to Jamie Dimon? A big nothing burger. And they're going to, meanwhile, they want to distract us from what's really going on. Just like we saw on the news today, too, Russia's supposedly moving nukes to Belarus or however you pronounce it. I think it's Belarus.
Belarus.
Well, and what timing, Lisa, of this? Coincidentally, when we're about the government's about to blow apart with the debt ceiling thing, mm-hmm. all this stuff's happening to distract us.
It is distracting, but there is a lot. If you look, there is information out there, and that's what Jenny and I talked about yesterday. I said, everybody keeps asking her, like, when's the big news going to come out? And she said, it's already out there, and it is already out there. You just have to know what to look at because they are doing a lot of distraction. Look here, not there.
Because 100%. I watched your guys' show. I'm a big fan of Jenny's.
Yeah, she's
awesome
great.
People. I hung out with her and you when I was in Oklahoma City. Really cool to get to hang out with Jenny. She's a really smart individual. Mm-hmm. She knows what's going on. She's down to earth. So she's definitely good people to follow. And
yes, she is.
Good influence on people when we're being distracted by the bad guys.
Great patriot.
Yes.
This happened to happen today on National Missing Children's Day. There was a massive celebration and rally was held in Russia. 35,000 children have been saved and liberated. And you can see where they came from. So I'm going to try to protect my channel, but you guys, there's something else going on here. And when you look at where the money was going to and from out of, these banks, and they had, I can't even remember how many suspicious reportings. And that's what some of Jamie Dimon's going to be testifying to, is that they knew about these suspicious reportings, and that they were coming in and out from, the Epstein accounts and Hunter Biden's accounts, and related to, you notice in this picture, somebody said, do you notice what's in the back of this picture on Anderson Cooper? And if you zoom in, it says like Haiti, Burma. I can't remember some of the other ones. This one's a big Haiti one. Cambodia, all of this, and it has different, and I think that's where he adopted one of his children from.
Haiti's bad news. I mean, it's the Peace Corps, which people go into that with good intentions. They send them to Haiti, and it's a breeding ground for American hatred. I know multiple people that their kids or whatever went into this, and they came back and they absolutely hated America. And it's coincidentally, isn't that where George Soros and Hillary Clinton put in a lot of money? And
that's where Hillary
only made it worse. Like if you listen,
honeymoon.
If you listen to Doug Casey, he talks a lot about different countries. He's a big world traveler. He says in the 70s, Haiti was a great place to go to. And before these clowns got involved, and so much money's went into Haiti, and the place has just become an absolute hellhole. Coincidentally, that's where there's a lot of these what are they doing there?
Orphanages
and all that. Yes. Yeah. What the hell is going on there? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So. What the hell is going on there? And that's so the title of today's show is this, Reverend Franklin Graham is issuing a warning to America. The storm is coming. Every demon in hell has been turned loose. And he's talking about, he's warned America about the coming storm headed this way. Churches and ministries are in the crosshairs. He says last October, Chase Bank targeted Christians and closed their bank accounts, canceling of canceling of Christians. And then he talked about the Amazon has also participated in discrimination against faithful Christians as well. According to Graham, this is particularly disturbing since Amazon owns the data cloud. So guys, remember the thing about the representatives getting the satellite phones and all this. He's talking here about that we can't back up everything. But they're building a, let's see, it's so bad that it's essential for Christians to have their own ways to store data. Samaritan's Purse is building its own data center in Colorado to keep operating without an external supplier. They're wanting to shut us down. So he's talking about us not being able to communicate in traditional ways. And
there's a lot of
you're hearing it about a lot. Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff out there to try to discredit Christians but this has been going on for a while. It's just that they're stepping it up a notch.
The storm is coming where we're going to be off the radio, television, and the internet, he says. So this is not just about cancel culture, but then there was another article that came out just before we went live where they said the New York Banking Commission votes to freeze New York City's deposits at Capital One and Key Bank. And it went in to talk about that this was a first ever banking commission public hearing, new procedures for certifying bank practices for non-discrimination, and stronger scrutiny for soundness in light of recent bank failures. This one, the banks failed to submit required plans demonstrating their efforts to root out discrimination. 1 of 3 members also voted against designating 3 other banks to hold public funds, International Finance Bank, PNC, and Wells Fargo. So this was trying to hold people accountable for the bank failures, I think, for signature and all that. But they are shutting it down and holding the deposits of these other banks. So I guess, let's see, under the charter and rules of the New York Banking Commission, to comply with designation requirements, a bank must file certificates concerning its policies of non-discrimination, hiring, promotion, delivery of banking services for bank closings. In February, the commission announced banks must submit to demonstrate the meaningful commitment to combat discrimination in employment and lending. This year, commission thoroughly reviewed those materials, bringing questions and concerns about any deficiencies to the attention of the banks with requests to follow up information. 5 banks failed to comply with the designation process, and the comptroller voted against allowing them to receive additional deposits this cycle. Then they go on to talk about Capital One, blah, blah, blah.
Never thought I'd be on the side of the banks.
Yeah. That's what this whole thing is.
You know, something's bad when Johnny Litecoin is siding with the banks. Like,
it says the perspectives we heard today from New Yorkers who experienced discrimination in the process of opening or closing accounts, and frontline bank staff who faced illegal and abusive practices should give all of us pause. We heard from many residents concerned that taxpayer dollars are going to banks that provide financing for predatory lending, fossil fuel extraction, and gun manufacturing, and support for the idea of a public bank that would instead put those dollars to work for our communities. The Banking Commission can and should assume stronger role in assuring that the city conducts its business with banks who demonstrate their commitment to community reinvestment, fair credit practices.
So fossil fuel extraction. So you're talking about oil and gas, which runs this country. Gun manufacturing. Talking about your Second Amendment right. I mean, these people are sick. This is like anything that talks about discrimination. It has nothing to do with people being discriminated against. It's just,
I was going to say, this is actually the opposite of what's happening in Oklahoma. In Oklahoma, they are actually kicking out banks who are not friendly to oil and gas, natural gas, any of that, because that's what's good for our state. So that's the reverse is happening in New York. They're saying that they're closing this bank because they were friendly to gun manufacturing and oil and gas.
New York is enemy territory. I've always said that. I don't go there. The only time I've been in New York in the last 5 years was to visit Mitch. I said, Mitch, you know I really like you, man. I said, if you got me to come to New York City, I said, he goes, you don't ever come here? I said, hell no, I hate this place. It's, to me, it's enemy territory. It's I don't want to go there. I mean, you know, the whole Northeast is kind of bad. Jersey is probably the best place in the Northeast. I've always said that. New York City is just the rotten apple, the big apple. It's fucking rotten apple, New York City.
I've seen a lot of apples lately in the comms. I don't know. I didn't know what it meant. Maybe it was this
it's
bank stuff, but it seemed to be like a lot of golden apples and a lot of apples. And then lately it's been all about the wieners. I don't know what this is about, but there's tons of, everybody's got big wieners in their plates. There's a movie coming out called My Family or somebody's family. And she's like, oh, if you love hot dogs, the premiere for some movie is coming out on Friday. And she's like, and you got to eat lots of hot dogs. And that, that's the FBI thing for pedos, is the hot dog thing. So I don't know if that's going to be part of this thing on Friday. But today is National Missing Children Day. I just think it's all tied together. So keep your head on a swivel, everybody.
Yeah, keep your eyes out for, I mean, right now we're looking at an event happening. I mean, we couldn't be closer to something that could definitely happen. What could it be? What do they have in store for us? Like Jenny said, stuff's happening all around us, but a big event that distracts people. I actually sent you a video to watch this week, Lisa. It was about the guy that's like one of the top moon landing conspiracy people.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And it was Werner von Braun saying that this all ends with a fake alien invasion. And he was like, never believe it. And I've been saying that that's what they were going to do to us for a while. I said, when shit really hits the fan, they'll stage an alien invasion. I didn't hear that from anybody. That was just my own thoughts that I said, because I started questioning when they started, the news and the politicians started coming out with all the alien stuff. I said, well, this isn't a time to believe in this. Not that I don't believe in that there's UFOs, there could be, but if the government's telling us about it, I don't believe it.
Not their version anyway.
Not their version.
So exactly. When you're saying, how we leak out consciousness, and when you're saying aliens, could it be that yes, that is going to happen? It is going to be aliens, but it's going to be illegal aliens invasion.
Could be.
And then that's the
problem is with that. That's only going to wake up certain people. People are far removed from that. If you're up north, you're not near the border. If you're a Democrat, you're like, oh, good, welcome it kind of thing. So that's only going to wake.
Just not to their house.
If they do like a alien, UFO invasion, kind of like with the balloons and all that, they were starting to prep us for stuff. Mm-hmm. Then they'll have everyone captivated. And I really think they're going to do, to distract us, they could really do a nationwide TikTok sweepstakes.
Mm-hmm.
They will keep everyone asleep. They're going to literally do the best TikTok every day. It's $1 million or something. They can do it for a year. For $365 million at that. That's nothing for the government. Mm-hmm. They will distract people for a whole year. Literally, people won't. They could be rolling tanks down your street, and there could be no food on the shelves, no gas. People be like, "Did you see my neighbor's TikTok, man? This is great. I think he's gonna win the million." So what are they gonna do to us is the question. Again, Putin's moving nukes into Belarus. I think these people are all part of the plan. Putin, Ukraine, everybody, I think, is working against us, we the people. As I don't think anybody is the bad guy, the good guy, this and that.
It's not that clear cut.
They're all in cahoots against us. So why now is he moving nukes? I always said they were gonna do a fake nuclear strike, and then they'll get the public that, or the alien invasion. That they'll get the public scared. They'll have a reason for martial law. They'll have a reason to restrict your movement. They can roll out new identity, kind of like when they rolled out the Patriot Act. People willingly gave up rights to fight the terrorists.
To be safe.
To be safe.
For
Same thing
safety.
with this. Whoa, there's a new. Oh my God, they might hit Alaska. They might hit Alaska with like a low range tactical nuke somewhere
Right.
where there's no people, and then they hit American soil though, and then they can, then
Have
they
the
can,
reason to roll it out.
yeah.
Um, I kind of feel like it's going to be something more where it would be the data leak or the data breach, or like Reverend Graham was saying, the attack the cloud, and maybe use the excuse that AI went rogue, and that's the alien being, is the AI is the alien, and and then we lose all our phones and our communication, and then only the military can talk to us or have the direct messaging with us. They're able to roll out the CBDC that way because, oh, don't worry, we're going to make you whole. Here, download this app. I was told this morning that all the latest iPhones have satellite communication on through their EBS in their phone. So you may not have a satellite phone, but the emergency broadcast system is capable of satellite communication through the most recent iPhones. So I don't know if that's true or not, but I also heard, and I don't know if this is true or not, that high ranking or high level government people were hearing like that their family members are all being told that they're going to be all vacationing together in safe locations this weekend. And that they're all to be there, no
You
later than
sent
the
that, and then I
22nd.
saw another tweet about that. My question is about the
Mm.
satellite phone. I was thinking about getting one, and then I was like, well,
Who would I call if nobody else has
right,
one? Was
what
my
do I
thought.
do with it? Like, I'm in a populated area. Like, I can walk down the road and be
Mm.
at stuff. So I'm like, not like I'm in a rural area. Who am I going to call? What am I going to do? So
Mhm.
it's like, for me, might rather put the funds elsewhere.
Mm.
I did a video today though about,
Charlie was watching it. I was in a meeting and I missed it, but he was watching it and he's like, "You got to watch this." And I was like, "I'm going to meet Johnny right now. He'll just tell me." But should we watch it?
let me tell everyone. I did a video today though, real quick, about just about Litecoin and crypto, and I said that don't get depressed because the prices are down right now, and they're again with this debt ceiling thing, they're it makes sense the markets are selling off, but never forget the use case of crypto is freedom of your money. And I talked about how businesses and stores will adopt Litecoin and crypto fast when the cash runs out. The cash will be their first. If your bank card, your ATM card, your debit card, your credit card doesn't work, the POS system doesn't work, cash is going to be their first move. We want cash.
Yeah.
Well, there's not a lot of cash floating around. Not a lot of people even have cash. So what happens when the cash dries up? They're going to look for alternatives.
I think it'll be a bartering. Yeah.
Bartering system. So a lot of people think they have junk silver saved for this moment in time. But I argue that, well, it's going to be really hard to explain to people that these silver quarters, a 1964 quarter,
Right.
is worth the silver value. They're going to see it as a quarter. They don't understand silver and gold. How do they give change with that? So a digital system, it's going to be a lot easier to say, download an app and put a QR code out, and you can accept a digital payment that works peer-to-peer, providing the electricity is on. Now, your silver and gold would be really useful if they took out the electric, but then how long would these businesses really be open for anyways if they took out the electricity? So you have to think about that. There's a lot of things to think about. But
yeah, because some of it, the stores would be looted and rioted, not a safe place to be. You can't pump the fuel out of the ground. So like some of it just becomes Mad Max too fast. I really don't think that's going to happen. I think they'll keep the electricity going. I just think they may keep us in our homes in a thing, like you said, like, oh, it's for your best interest. And here, watch this movie, and then maybe we can watch the testimonies before they, put them out of our misery.
It'd be
Is what I'm
hard to
hoping
think
for.
they would take the internet down because they have to keep manipulating us.
Mm.
So how can they mass manipulate without the internet? See, you always have to think about what's in their best interest to get us. So they have to. I could see like gaps in coverage where like they took out the internet in a region for a period of time, but then it's on in other areas. Then it comes on in that area and it's off in another area. So they're scaring you with it, but they're getting the message out and they're manipulating you at the same time. See, it was harder to manipulate people in like the 50s because there was no internet. People had one television in a home. You had radio, but a lot of people, they had the newspaper. But it wasn't like today with these social media, these videos, and it's very easy to mass manipulate people in large numbers.
And they're like, we saw it, but I saw it. Yeah. I saw it on, I saw that plane fly into the building,
Yeah. JDL, internet won't be taken down, but be throttled for only their approved programming.
That's possible.
Like I said, I see gaps in the coverage, and then it'll like blackouts with the internet where it'll go off.
Didn't Cliff talk about that with rolling blackouts?
I can see that with the power as well, rolling blackouts. To kind of like intentionally to put fear into the people, you know what I mean? And it's a way to distract you, but then it'll come back on so they can get that messaging out to you to manipulate you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Trust me, when it goes back on, they'll have the TikTok videos ready to go to manipulate your minds.
Hopefully they get rid of that. Yeah. And hopefully people choose, even if they don't get rid of it, I just hope enough people wake up and see the damage that it's done to people, and that they'll choose to stop looking at that, choose to stop, to start thinking for yourself, and to, not choose those drugs, because those are really drugs in themselves. I mean, it's a numbing thing. We all do it in different ways with different things, but if our life was more fulfilling, then we wouldn't choose those things.
Social media in general is a drug. It's how it was designed. If you see the developers that created Facebook, they talk about how they carefully constructed everything where it gives you a dopamine hit. You keep checking back. Did anybody like my video? Did they like my post?
Even what do they call it? Haptic, where like when you like it, it kind of bounces or makes your phone vibrate, or
it's a dopamine hit for you. And I'm on Twitter. It's only social media I'm on. Twitter is I look at Twitter as the least of the evils. At least it is getting some news out there to you and some information. However, it's still a dopamine hit. It's constructed different than TikTok, though. TikTok's complete mass. Not that they're not manipulating it on Twitter, but it's not to the level of TikTok, where TikTok is
it changes your brain waves. It actually, so we were reading in, we're doing this book study on Mondays, Becoming Supernatural, me and Amy Weir. And when I read this, I was like, that is TikTok. It talks about how to put your mind in a trance and change your brain waves into those alpha brainwave, alpha state, so that your mind is more suggestible to receiving something as truth or fact. And that is it's exactly what TikTok does.
In TikTok, so like it will show you recommended stuff at first, and then they got you right where they want you. You keep watching that recommended stuff. If you look at videos of hot girls or whatever, then it's going to keep showing you hot women, right? Now all of a sudden they got you right where they want you. They know, like, all right, now here's how we manipulate this guy. During when COVID hit, people like to drink. I'm not denying that. Obviously, we do happy hours, right? It's nothing against drinking, right? but they had an effort on TikTok to make people want to drink more, because they were like, well, everyone's doing this when it hit. And they were videos like, isn't everybody doing this? And then people were like, everyone's doing it. It was like this trance of it. And then, you know, I knew people that started drinking a lot more. And
it was one of the few things that was not closed down was liquor stores, sure. And you know, churches were closed, but not liquor stores.
Some people would have drank more because they're home, they're bored, they shut the world down, they like to drink. Sure. I get it, but not to that extent. They made and again, let's keep people drunk, happy. No, you don't have to file your taxes till the fall. We're gonna give you a check. You know what I mean? So it's like you're going to get these stimulus checks. It was all this like stuff to pacify you while they were taking your rights away. And it's like, just sit home and think it's not that bad. And then, you know,
and also it creates, alcohol is also linked with depression a
sure.
lot. So if people have a tendency for that, it could cause more of that, which I think that was their goal, was loneliness and depression and trying to isolate us. So if that was one more tool or piece of the puzzle, or could capture this many more people, then, you know, now implement this part of the plan, you know. Yeah, it was really devastating what they did to all of us. But I'm so glad that we have such a great community, strong set of really critically thinking people that, you know, engage with us. And I'm grateful for everybody in the live chat. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Please hit the like button. And Johnny, I'm thankful for you. I really appreciate you. You've been like a brother to me through all of this.
Well, I'm thankful for you, Lisa. I'm thankful for the people that watch this show. Your other guests, your other people that you have on the show. It's a really good community, like-minded people. You guys give me hope. You know, when I'm in normie hell all week long, I'm just hitting my head against the wall. I come on this show and it's like, you know, Pebbleton Post, love you all, freedom, fam. It gives me hope that there's people that want freedom. There's people that are fighting. And it's, you know, it's not, I'm in the belly of the beast where I'm at with normies. So it's like, you know, I need this show. This show to me is therapeutic. So thank you guys. Thank you, Lisa.
Yeah.
Good people all around us.
Good people. And we're going to be having a meetup in Illinois, Peoria, Illinois, June 23rd, Peoria Pizza Works. You can find more information on my website, litecoinlisa.net, or go to clintwestwood.net. You'll find the information there as well. And we are going to tear it up, stay late. We're even going to drink. Or you can come to Peoria Pizza Works and not drink. Either way, come hang out with us. And we'll see you there.
You have the freedom to drink or not drink.
That's right. Either way. All right. We'll see you guys next time on The New Normal. Take care.